Next, what is meant by thermodynamic system? See, that's the reason why I ask you many times, if all of you and adutane ippudu don't wait until I erase the entire content. Try to remind me before itself once if I catch the duster in my hand. Okay, thermodynamic system. So now let us understand what is meant by thermodynamic system. Thermodynamic system means it is some part of the universe. If you are having if you take universe into consideration, thermodynamic system is a part of the universe where the thermodynamic concepts are studied with direct observations. With direct observation means you will be studying the thermodynamic concepts with respect to some keen observations or keen observation. That is called as a thermodynamic system. Let me put it one example here. Let me consider here the room in which right now you are sitting and listening this lecture. Let this be the room in which you are right now sitting and listening this particular lecture. And let me assume that your room is having one window and the window is open now. Window is open. Once the window is open, what happens here? Once the window is open, we know that the air will be flowing in and flowing out of your particular room. The air from the outside will flows into the room, and also the air from the room will be flowing out of the room. So now what is actually happening? There is some kind of exchanging of your matter is taking place. We know that gas, air is nothing else but air is a form of gas. So now here, once the air is entering into the room and from the room it is going out of the room, we say that exchanging of matter is taking place. So now this exchanging of matter is nothing else but we have studied, it is called as in thermodynamics. So now once if I consider this room, if the exchanging of matter is taking place, we call some thermodynamic concepts are happening here, some thermodynamic applications are happening here. So that kind of smallest area in a universe where the thermodynamic concepts are being studied with keen observation into that particular small area, that is called as a system. So now this is a system, this part is a system. The system will be always having a boundary. The system will be, thermodynamic system will be always having a boundary. So this part we call as a boundary, and then the area surrounding this one, which I can denote it as with this different color. So this one I can call it as an surroundings. This is called as a surrounding, this is called as surrounding, and this is called as a boundary of the system. And this one is called as a thermodynamic system. So thermodynamic system is what ma? Thermodynamic system is a part of the universe where the thermodynamic applications are studied directly with keen observations. So this particular region we call it as a thermodynamic system. So now what does the thermodynamic system has? The thermodynamic system will be having, I have given an example that air is flowing into your room. If air is flowing into a room, what does it mean? The air is nothing else but it's a gaseous state of matter. So now a large number of molecules and large number of atoms are present in your thermodynamic system. There will be a large number of atoms and large number of molecules in your thermodynamic system. So now this first one, in the thermodynamic system, there will be extremely large number of atoms and molecules. It will be having extremely large number of atoms and molecules. Then second one, this particular thermodynamic system is a boundarified area. It is confined to one particular area. This system is a confined area. Confined area means what? This thermodynamic system will be having some particular boundary. It will be having some particular boundary. Then third one, your thermodynamic system, the region around this one, the region around the thermodynamic system, we call it as a surrounding. if there is a surrounding and a thermodynamic system, then definitely what happens? Then definitely there will be an exchange of matter takes place. Exchange of matter takes place, and also exchange of heat energy, that is nothing else but energy takes place. So now see, let me consider in the summer days what happens. We know that as the air blows into our room, it is not only the air which is blowing into the room, but at the same time, along with the air, the hotness of that particular air is blowing. It means that there is some kind of radiation exchange. Once the hot air blows into the room, the cool air will be going out. It means that there is an exchange of energy. The hotness is entering and the cool temperature is going out. So it's an exchange of energy, and at the same time the air which is going into the room and also at the same time it will be coming out of the room. So at the same time, simultaneously, both the things are happening. Exchange of matter is taking place and also exchanging of energy is taking place. So this is the major property of thermodynamic system. A thermodynamic system, first it will be having a large number of molecules and also large number of atoms. Then secondly, it will be a confined area, it will be having some boundary, and this is called as a boundary. And then there will be some surrounding area. The area around this one, the area outside the system is called as an surrounding area. So now this is the main parameters of what is meant by thermodynamic system. I hope you understood what is meant by thermodynamic system. Okay, the next concept is types of thermodynamic systems. So let us now try to understand what is meant by types of thermodynamic system. So see now, in general there are three different types of thermodynamic systems. First one is called as an open system, then second one is called as an closed system, then third one is called as an isolated system. So now here, first one is called as an open system, second one is called as an closed system, third one is called as an isolated system. Isolated system. So now let us understand in detail about what is meant by open system, what is meant by isolated system, and what is meant by closed system. So see now, if it is an open system, in the open system, the exchange of matter and also exchange of energy will be taking place. In the open system, exchange of matter. Matter means what? It can be exchanging of solid state matter, it can be exchanging of liquid state matter, or else it can be exchanging of gaseous state matter. So now here we are talking about any state of matter. It can be exchanging of solid state matter or liquid state matter, or else gaseous state matter. So now in the open system, there will be exchange of matter and energy. Both the energy and matter will be exchanged. Both the energy and matter will be exchanged. Now coming to the closed system. In the closed system, exchange of energy takes place. Energy takes place, but not matter. So matter exchange will not happen here. Only it will be an exchange of energy. So exchange of energy takes place here in case of closed system. Now coming to the isolated system, neither matter nor energy is exchanged. So listen here now. So now let us understand in detail with an example what is meant by open system, what is meant by closed system, and what is meant by isolated system. Up to now I have told that in an open system it will be an exchange of matter and also exchange of energy. In closed system it will be exchange of energy but not the exchange of matter will takes place. But when it comes to the isolated system, neither matter nor the energy will be exchanged. So let me give you one example how to understand these concepts of open system, isolated system, and also the closed system. I hope you all are aware about pressure cookers. Always I like to explain with the real-time example so that the physics can become more easy for you to understand. So see now, I hope that you all are aware about pressure cookers. Now let me assume that the vessel of the pressure cooker is closed. It means that it is not blown up. Whenever the vessel is not blown up, if we have started the pressure cooker to work under the burner, so what happens? If once the burner is on, the temperature from the burner will be caught by the pressure cooker, and the temperature of the pressure cooker will be increased. Once the temperature of the pressure cooker is increased, what happens? We can sense that heat energy of that particular pressure cooker. If the heat energy of the pressure cooker is increased, means if you touch the pressure cooker, you can understand that the pressure cooker is turned on. The pressure cooker has the temperature in the pressure cooker is increased. That thing we call it as an what has happened here. The vessel has not blown, but the heat energy is exchanging. There is an exchange of heat energy. So we can say that it's only the exchanging part of heat energy. It's only an exchanging part of heat energy, but not the exchanging of matter. Exchanging of matter is not taking place. So for that one, I can call the state of the pressure cooker when the vessel is not blown, I can call it as an closed system. Only the heat energy is exchanging. Only the heat energy is exchanging, but not the matter is exchanged. That is a closed system. So what is the definition of closed system? The exchange of energy takes place. That's a heat energy. Here in my case, it's a heat energy, but not the matter. Matter exchange is not happening here. Now let me come to the case that once the whistle of the pressure cooker is blown, if the whistle of the pressure cooker is blown, what happens? The exchange of matter also takes place. The air which is present in the pressure cooker comes out of that particular pressure cooker through the whistle. So now ultimately, in this particular phase of the pressure cooker, the heat energy can also be released into the environment or into the surrounding area, and at the same time, once the whistle is blown up, the energy, that's the air from the pressure cooker, will be coming out of the whistle. So now here both the exchanging of energy and also exchanging of matter is taking place. So here matter means what? The gas which is released through the whistle of the pressure cooker. So that's why I can call this phase of the pressure cooker as an open system. It's an open thermodynamic system. So this is regarding what is meant by open thermodynamic system and what is meant by closed thermodynamic system. Now let me come to the isolated system. In the isolated system, there will be neither exchanging of matter nor the exchanging of energy will be taking place. It means that your thermodynamic system is a rigid and it is a completely isolated one. Isolated one means I can call it as an it acts as an barrier to the exchanging of this matter and also the energy. The best example for this one I can give as a thermo flask. If you take a thermal flask, what happens? When you pour the hot water or hot coffee or hot liquid into a thermal flask, we know that the inductive part that which acts as an insulator, the insulator will protect the particular liquid, the temperature of particular liquid to be exchanged into the surrounding area. It means that the heat energy from the liquid which is hot right now in the particular flask will not be coming out of that particular thermal flask. So there is no exchanging of heat energy taking place, and also the matter is not exchanged until and unless you try to use a thermal flask for pouring out of a coffee into a cup or else hot water into any glass. The matter will not be exchanged. So now the example of a isolated thermodynamic system will be thermal flask, and the example of open system and the closed system will be two different phases of how a particular pressure cooker will be working. So this is about what is meant by different types of thermodynamic system. There are three different types of thermodynamic system. First one is called as an open system, second one is called as an closed system, and the third one is called as an isolated system.